June.
No, I'm thinking May. I want May.
Because we're gonna be, yeah, we're gonna be.
Nicole.
They're selling
Oh,
eggs and we
yeah.
have to make them.
Have to make them.
Y'all going way up there.
It's something, why can't we just get something and buy it? I was not,
I never
oh, I
did
know it.
I never did the bottom of my other bag. No.
But yeah, I've got to tear this stupid. Why can't we just get something and buy it?
That, yeah, I'll just take it. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Which one's that?
I use it all the time. The hot bag, the clear bag.
Oh, I didn't.
You didn't get one of those?
But I'm gonna put this. I'm doing it.
Yeah. Actually, I don't think. My sister said she wanted.
Yeah, when I used to come in here, or actually it was the Jackson, I'd go in there when I first started sewing. Oh, this is really cute. Where's it at? She goes, oh, the pattern's back there. And I thought,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
the pattern, I'm done.
Well, I tried.
And you should auction it. The end of the shop hop, you should auction
Does
it.
it come all cut and everything? You just have sews?
No,
No, no. Wishful thinking.
You can't blame people.
that's right. Hey, I'm there with you.
Doesn't
I'm
hurt
there
to
with
ask,
you.
right?
Oh, this is cute.
Amazon. Yeah.
See, why can't we just buy something?
Yes.
How's everyone liking the warmer weather?
Nice.
Did you guys get storms? up?
Yes.
If we did, I slept
No.
through.
I mean, I don't know about here, but
Did you?
not in Leslie, no.
See, now Grand Rapids, they got hit twice
Hmm.
up there.
I don't think we did here.
We just got rain and,
It rained yesterday.
Yeah.
well, it always does.
I don't know if there was anything last night.
Yes. It always does. Yeah, but now if the weather was be this way and not go back to
Right.
20 degrees. I got blueberries in my closet. Blueberry plants in my closet.
Oh,
They've been there for 2 months. They're climbing up, they're climbing
Oh,
up the boats.
Well, they like them.
Well, they're supposed to go dormant. They didn't.
They like your closet.
They must.
all right, welcome everyone. We're here at happy hour. Glad everybody's
fine.
here.
I am.
Just want to make sure everybody knows who Abigail is. She's our quilt shop manager and usually in here helping me out. Keeping an eye on the questions on Zoom as well. I want to mention, before I forget, we have a quiltathon coming up at the end of May. We put some advertisement out with the wrong dates. Sorry about that. It's usually Memorial Weekend, but we double booked our rooms. So it will be the 30th and 31st. And I don't have it on the paper I handed out. And if you have May's calendar, it's probably on the wrong day on that calendar. So move it down a weekend. So the 30th and the 31st. Basically, we have a group that works wonderfully all year long and they get quilts ready for us to just tie. So most of them are already birthed. You just need to be able to tie a square knot. And if you don't know how to do that, we can teach you that too. So no skills required, but we need lots of volunteers. We try to finish as many quilts as possible. We have about 10 different charities that we donate to. And however many we get done, we spread them out amongst the charities and they're really, really appreciative. So anything you can do, if you can come either of those days or part of the day, make sure you sign up because then we make sure we have enough tables set up and places for everybody to help. Question?
Time. What time?
It's 10:30 to 4 on Friday and then we close at 4, so we wrap up a little bit earlier on Saturday. So 10:30 to 3:30.
Thank you.
Yep. You know, bring a sack lunch with you.
Was she not gonna feed us?
No.
Come here and work and won't feed us?
We used to do a potluck. Maybe we can bring that back at some point, but with COVID, that changed everything. So, yeah, but yeah, bring snacks to share bring your sack lunch or
Okay.
we try not to let you leave because then you might not come back. Or you might take a 2-hour lunch instead of 30 minutes, no.
To the store, so.
Yeah, we've ordered stuff in before and things like that, so, but definitely that would be great if you could come in on either of those 2 days. We also, we get lots of fabric donated and the volunteer group puts those together in bags. And so we have lots of bags of fabric that you're more than welcome to take home. This one, I think has a note, but it's got stuff. All of them come with a little note here. It just tells you that basically the quilt top size most needed is about a twin. So it tells you kind of a size to shoot for when you're making the quilt top, but really you just make the quilt top or make any kind of design out of this. We've got lots here. We've got bags back there. You don't have to check them out. We trust you that you'll take them, make some tops at your leisure, and then just bring them back. So it's a program we've done for, I don't know, are we on our 37th year maybe?
Oh, wow.
And so we've built it up to be this really, really great program. We've got great volunteers that come every month and then wonderful volunteers from the community that come. We have it 4 times a year, first of the year, and then Memorial time, 4th of July time, and Labor Day time. So keep your eyes open for the other dates too. All right, let's start with show and tell.
5.5.
I've got one that was already brought up here.
Need some help with it?
I'm kind of tight here, so I'm probably just gonna hold things by myself today.
Okay.
We kind of shrunk the classroom fresh spot here so we could get more tables in.
Oh, that's pretty.
Oh,
Say yours.
Clever.
No? Who is it?
Here,
Pretty.
Yeah.
Pretty. Yes.
So lovely.
Do you quilt it too?
Yeah, I did my friend quilled it, but, I redid the bedroom and then I had used there's
Mm.
curtain material and
oh, nice.
the kind of stuff.
Yeah,
Hey,
It's
it worked.
really pretty.
It's pretty.
very, very pretty.
I like that. It's back. Here, I'll hold it for you.
No.
I'll finish it for you. I'll just forget you did all for me. Yeah.
Already?
Stay over there, 'cause you're just too tight up here. So here's Carol's pillow. She's been doing these embroidered pillows of the month.
You are so good.
Love it. Yep.
Maybe.
Yep, this is from the embroidery library. This one's April, of course.
Yeah.
Very nice, beautiful.
My daughter will sit there.
Yeah, that's nice. Her daughter helps her make it into a pillow.
This is not done, I'm working on it.
Okay.
Gosh, it's almost so cute. Look at that. I got.
This is Christy's working on this
Oh,
one.
look at this.
It's not done yet, but it is.
I bought the quilt and I pieced it.
Yep, it's a kit.
It goes together really quick.
This is a quilt kit that we have.
Yeah.
So it's more out there.
I got it. I like that.
I do want to say I've been practicing free motion quilting because and on print fabric like that, I can make a lot of mistakes and nobody
Yes.
sees it.
Right.
That would be the next thing.
And of course,
Yeah. Did you?
this is Linda's.
This
That's
is
mine. From Smithsonian Institute.
Smithsonian Institute quilt. I'll have to show it in section. Might be able to have you fold that from there. It's not enough room behind here.
Look at that star on the bottom. Or the middle. Middle. We get the middle.
Yeah. That part first.
Oh, that's
Oh,
pretty.
look at them.
Those are small
Come my way a
pieces.
little.
Oh, those are real small
That
pieces.
is, you need to come my way a little.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, I don't have my microphone today, so it's harder to hear me.
It's a star.
It's a feathered star, which I didn't know what a feathered
Felting's
star
great.
is, but now I do.
Felting's really. Yes.
That's awesome.
Ian has most of that fabric.
Are you working on it?
That's
That I
nice.
thought come in.
I just couldn't
That's beautiful.
Is that king size?
I got
Queen?
Queen.
Queen?
Hey, this is here. My God, I love it.
Look at this.
Is this the Miami's
Yeah,
coat?
that is
Yeah.
wonderful.
That is cool. I wish I had time to do that.
They are fine with that.
No, I just.
Well, look at your head, it's really nice. Yeah. I love
Yeah.
lots of pockets.
I like the base you have in that too.
Yeah, I made it double.
Yeah, yeah, nice base.
I wanted to put a little sewing machine in there.
Yeah, oh, that'd be great for a little sewing machine case. Very nice.
I made that. It's pretty easy.
I gotta, I will. It's in the car.
All right. Here we go. We've got Mary's.
I'm gonna do black.
You always do such
So
pretty
cute.
work.
Love it.
Yeah.
Very nice applique.
So I don't wanna-
Very nice.
Bring it,
Do we have any other shows?
Ooh, the- Yeah. Well, same resin. I have it in the car, but these are loose.
Okay.
Now, so I don't want to bring it. up. Yeah.
Thank you all for bringing things in. That's so nice to see what everyone's working on. That is wonderful. All right. We're going to start with our sheet here. It's got all the information on it. So let's get going on this one. My microphone, the speakers died today, so I'll just have to yell at you. You can't hear me do this and I'll talk louder. All right. I wanted to point out that we have a new sale room. So previously classroom A is now going to be a sale room. So make sure you check it out. We've got new kits on sale in there. We'll be adding stuff every week or marking more things down. And then this will be our classroom space now. Well, we normally, like the last 2 weeks, we have a divider in the middle, so we still have 2 classrooms. Plus we can take the divider down and we have 1 big room. So we were excited about having that space to be able to showcase more of the things that are on their way out. On that note, I wanted to point out the quilt behind me. This is the block of the month from 2022. And we still have some kits left for that. So this is the batik. This is made out of batik background. This has everything in it for the quilt top, including the binding. And it's normally $212 and I've knocked it down to $149.99. So we've got a few of these left. So if anybody's interested, go ahead and raise your hand. We'll pass this one down.
I have the other one.
And then
Still in the bag.
the other version that year is the batik one, another batik, no, not batik, but it's a in the beginning fabric. And
I got it.
Yeah, I got there we go. So it's the one Abigail is pointing out over there.
Man away.
Yes. And I got the original price on this is $199.99 and the discount's still the $149. I just didn't get it right on your paperwork. But the discount price is correct. So this is also $149.99. And again, it's got the fabric for the quilt top, all the blocks, background, everything, and the binding as well. So if you're interested in that, and you can see the blocks are easy, large pieces. And then it's got the nice flying geese accent border on the top and the bottom. And again, like I said, there's lots of stuff in that classroom, now the sale room. So make sure you check it out. We still have a little bit of fabric left in here. We're got to get some more shelving units in that other classroom so we can get all the sale fabric in there. And then back here is going to be more machine department sale stuff on these shelves. And we're hoping to get more cabinets out to display and stuff like that. So always mixing it up, changing things. So that's what's happening. That. On to the Michigan Shop Hop.
I gotta get my bag. I gotta
Do
get.
you have a magazine? I had one, but I think I've moved it somewhere else. So the All Michigan Shop Hop, this is the second year they've done it. It starts June 1st. This is the magazine that if you want to participate and do all the things that are involved in that, you'd need to purchase the magazine. It has a passport in the middle of all the shops. So let me tell you about what it is first.
She's talking more than me.
So this magazine, there's 102 shops in this shop hop this year, all in Michigan and Lower and Upper Peninsula. They've got 7 regions this time, I believe. And if you, whatever shop you go to and you need to take your passport with you, show them your passport, they'll put a sticker on it, and then you get this year they're 5-inch finish blocks, and they're all different, unique to that store. So every store has a little bit different block. And like I said, they'll finish at 5-inch. So you get that free for going. And then there's several ways to enter drawing. Last year, well, still, if you finish a whole region, you get to be in that drawing. If you finish 3 regions this time, I think there's a drawing for that. If you go to 32 stores, no matter what stores they are, I think it's 32, don't quote me. But if you go to 32 stores, no matter where they are, you'll get in a drawing. So they made it a little more flexible for the being able to be in the drawing this year. They do also have a kid's passport. That passport's free. You just have to ask for it at one of the stores when we get started. We don't have our kid ones yet, but and then the kids, as long as they go to at least one store, they mail their passport in the end, and they get a fat quarter pack from in the beginning. So it's a good way to get kids excited about it as well.
Right.
But the magazine just on its own is wonderful. It's got the whole state mapped out.
This is awesome.
So it shows you the state and then all the stores that are participating. And then each region, oh, that's what. You remember where mine is. Here's mine, all tabbed up and ready to go.
He does.
So each region has a region map here, regional map, and then the stores in that region are listed with their time, their open hours and Sunday hours for this program. Like for us, we're open during the summer on Sundays, June through August. So we'll be open every Sunday like normal, 12 to 4. And then there'll be specific Sundays per region that all the stores will be open. So one thing I would say is if you're making a plan of trip of who you're gonna go see, just double check their store hours in case there's a holiday or they have different hours that got changed from this. There's also a Michigan Shop Hop Facebook page. Keep an eye on that. I just hate for you to drive a long way and then they're not open. So just look at this, but also look at the current updates.
I called ahead on a lot of the stores too to ask them.
Yeah, you can always call them ahead of time too.
Or we made a trip.
You gonna get them all done? this
For
time,
some
Tom?
reason, quilt shops in the past were always closed on Mondays. So Sunday, Monday. So there's a lot of stores that are still closed on Monday. So just, like I said, don't want you to be frustrated. Have fun with this. There's 5 patterns in here. So the magazine's $12.95. So even if you only go to a couple shops, the magazine's really nice. You've got a map. So if you ever travel anywhere, you can stop at a store. It's also got the patterns and it's got different information, lots of things. Actually, I think there's a couple bonus patterns in the back as well.
The fabric this year is a lot better than last.
So the fabric this year, I will show you paper pictures of it. So the way the program works, they do a special fabric line that's exclusive for the shops that are in the program. We were able to start pre-selling those on the 15th. The fabric actually should be here next week, so you can look at it, you can touch it, you can buy it, you just can't take it home. We can't allow the fabric out the door till June 1st. That's part of the rules. So we will get it cut for you, have it all ready to go. And then on June 1st, you just come in, or anytime after June 1st, just come in and pick it up. So let me get my order of things here. We talked about the magazine. We passed a few down. If you special ordered one, make sure you get the one from the up at the counter, because we have one held for you. Don't just take this one, because we'll assume you never got your magazine and then our inventory will be wrong. So if we need any more passed down the rows, just let us know and we can do that. Then the next portion of the handout is about the commemorative items. So this year they have designed, they have a snap tray, like we've had them here before, where they're flat and then you snap the corners together and it makes a little tray. And so the snap tray is, look at my prices here.
18.
Thank you. $18 for the snap tray. So as soon as these come in, you can take them home. These items should be here in the next week or two. So if you've already ordered them, we'll let you know when they get here. If you special order them today, again, we'll let you know. These you can take home ahead of time. We don't have to wait till June 1st. They've got t-shirts from size small up to 3X. And those are $22 regardless of the size. And it's got this logo on it. So the logo is here. I believe it's like a creamy yellow shirt. I haven't seen it. This is how it printed out. I can't tell if it's cream or yellow. I don't know.
Yellow to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks yellow.
So well, I'll be surprised when it comes, because not really sure. Then they make a state block that looks like this. So this is 8-inch finished. And again, it's got the logo on it. Looks just like that. So that's 8-inch fabric block.
That's $6.
That's
No, that's
$7 for that
oh,
one.
I'm sorry, it was.
No.
Must be that.
Why do I have?
It says 6.
Have
There's two
two.
sizes there, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, I'm sorry.
That's wrong. One of them's wrong.
Well, there's two sizes.
That's different.
Oh.
2-inch squares.
8 inches is how much?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Abigail's gonna look it up for us. Somehow I put 2 state squares on there. I don't know why. We'll let you know in a minute which one's correct. Sorry. This, even though it's big, this is actually a 2-inch sticker. Now, originally it was 3 inches. They ordered it wrong. They said we could wait and get the 3-inch. I said, no, give us the 2-inch. So they're only, instead of the $5 for the 3-inch, these are $2.50, $2.49, and they're cute. She showed me, she took a picture with it on her hand, because can we still read it? It's only 2 inches, but it's really cute. So that is 2-inch square, but cute little sticker, put on your sewing machine, put on your notebook, your laptop, people like to add a little design to their stuff. So that'll be a cute one.
The 8-inch block is $7.
Okay, so the 8-inch, where it says the 8-inch, that is correct. So cross off that $6 thing. I don't know what that is.
Mistake.
It's my mistake.
That's why we're not in
So-
a perfect world. 'Cause we
So the
have
8-inch is $7 for this. This one here. So. Alrighty. I think that covers all the commemorative items. So again, we'll announce when they show up if you want to see them before you buy them. Hoping next week. They said for sure by the end of April, so week or two they'll be here. We know, okay, so then the exclusive fabric. So this year they have what I feel gone with more traditional wilderness colors. So I think these are more versatile, more true to Michigan. So they have the panel. It's a 36-inch panel, so a 1-yard panel. And then they have the border. They're calling it a stripe. We call it border stripe. So that's continuous, parallel with the selvage. And I think it's 4 repeats. So 4 stripes. on yourself, with the fabric. Then we have what they call fall or I added log cabin, so you know when they're talking about the fall, it's the all over log cabin print. And these are also in the magazine. If you have a magazine in front of you, it's on page 13. And Abigail, do we have more magazines to pass around if anybody wanted to look through it?
I have two and I can grab more.
Yeah. So raise your hand if you want to have one to look at while we're talking. Then we have, they're calling Birds and Blossoms. Pretty obvious, it's a robin. And then it's the apple blossoms, which is the flower of our state. Then I have listed the winter sports. So the panel is $13.99. I'll just go ahead and do the Petoskey stone is $13.79. And then the others are $13.49. Make sure I'm correct, yes. So then the rest of these Michigan fabrics are $13.49. So I'll just keep working my way down.
How much is the Michigan stripe?
That's $13.49 a yard, yep.
Thank you.
So then these are called counties. So you've got the outline of Michigan, upper and lower in the background. And then all these words are the counties in the state.
Oh, no,
That's kind of cool.
I was wondering what that writing is.
Yep. So they're calling this one sand. This one's called evergreen. And this one is just blue.
Blue.
Yep, lake blue. I left off the word lake. Whoops.
I like the solid color.
And then they're calling it winter. And I put skiing on it, but there's skating, snowboarding, ice fishing, the winter sports or winter activities. Then they have what they're calling summer. I call it summer lighthouses. It's got a little beach and lighthouses and all over print. And I think I talked about all those. So these you cannot take home till June 1st. But like I said, next week, we know that our fabric has been shipped. So it'll be here Monday or Tuesday. And we will have it out so you can actually touch it, feel it. We can cut it, sell it, but you gotta keep it here. We'll babysit it till June 1st. Or till you come and get it after that.
Next week.
Yep. And we'll announce it. We're doing emails on Tuesdays and Thursdays now. So I'm hoping we can tell you on Tuesday that it's here. Now we have the coordinating fabrics. They're calling them blenders in the magazine. And so those we do have in stock. You can buy those and take those home. In fact, if you buy them, you're going to take them home.
Don't want them.
We don't want to babysit more bags than we have to. But these are all the coordinating fabrics that they've recommended to go with it. The other nice thing about having these fabrics, then you can kind of tell the colorings of the fabrics in case you want to pick out some other colorings before those get here. Abigail,
What is that?
see the message there?
Oh,
We're going to have to fix the form.
I'd like to go to a
Okay.
beach.
So one thing I do want to mention, so that hopefully there's not too much confusion.
Yes.
If you're looking at the magazine on page 13, there's a little boo-boo on one of the fabrics. Okay. So this fabric here called cyan, that actually only comes in 108 inch. So you'll notice it's not our board here. We have this light blue, but we don't have the cyan because it's only
Yeah.
108 inch. So it's not that none of us decided to order it. We have it out there in the 108 inch. It was one of them that they recommended for a backing. So there's two fabrics they recommended and we got them both in. But I just want to mention that. don't get excited about that as a 45 inch. You can still get 108 inch and just get less
Yeah.
if you like that color to
Okay.
go with the stuff, so. You know, they do a lot of shop hops, a lot of magazines, little blips like that, slip through. All right, and so the coordinates I didn't put on this page,
Yes.
but I believe they're $12.99 a yard. Is that correct? The coordinates are $12.99 a yard, yeah. So, okay, any questions on the fabrics? All right, we are doing some kits for the fabrics. And since we don't have the fabrics here yet, I've been playing with my EQ8, sorry,
Oh.
EQ8 program. So if you've seen our online store, these pictures are on there. But the first one I have listed there is called window boxes. It's this pattern right here. And then this is how we've laid out the fabrics. So we've got the panel in there, we've got Petoskey, we've got the counties, we've got the lake. Well, they call it summer. And then the fall, and then this is the blossoms, you can't tell as well. But we've got all the fabrics in there from either coordinates or from the line, so you can purchase that now. Again, gotta wait till June to pick it up, but that kit is $99. And the size is approximately 62.5 inches by 70.5. So it's this size here. Yes, yep. A nice large lap quilt.
That includes the panel and everything.
Yeah, that's everything for the top. So all these kits include everything for the top and the binding. Yep. Then we have trail mix. Now I said EQ8, I'm getting better at it. This was my second quilt. The squares there are actually supposed to be trees. So I learned after I got this all done, I have to do the applique shape first and then build around it. So yeah, instead of starting over, I'm just gonna show people both. So this is the fabric. Not all of this is the All Michigan stuff. I think this outside might be I don't know, we changed it a few times. No, that is All Michigan. Yep, all of it's All Michigan fabric. Okay. So we got the panel, we've got the fall all over. This is one of the coordinates, and then we got the Petoskey in there. And then we have the blue is with the counties on it. So again, all the fabrics from the All Michigan. And just remember, these are actually trees appliqued on.
Those look like squares.
Yep. Wolf wanted to know if he could make his with squares. I said, sure, knock yourself out.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he was joking, but you know. So that is the trail mix. That one is approximately 72 by 81. So a little bit bigger, you know, about 10 inches bigger than the trail mix. Then the fast flip table runner, the pattern that we've done for a long time. We're making one of these up. We've got the summer all over print in the middle, and then Petoskey's around it and for the backing. And that's as far as I got on my EQ stuff. I'll be working on, well, we'll get the fabrics in next week. So we'll start making samples, or we'll get pictures out. We'll have samples out. We'll get them made as fast as we can. The knotted runner is going to be this pattern here. So we're going to have the winter, you know, the winter sports one in the middle. We've got a snowflake for one of the knots, and then some of the coordinate fabrics to go with it. The basic tote bag is this pattern here. So we're using the stripe, the border stripe on this. Do you remember the other fabrics in this one? I'm drawing a blank. Abigail will look that up. We'll come back.
Main exterior is flake, pocket exterior, stripe.
So we've got the counties, the blue,
The radiant.
so the stripe and then the counties, is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna have the stripe along here, and then we've got the, did you say blue counties? Yep.
Counties,
Okay,
the
Yep.
handle is gonna be the radiant pumpkin.
So we'll have orange handles. So, like I said, that'll be done hopefully soon.
Are those pre-made?
Nope, not pre-made. Sorry, have to make your own. Okay, we have the market bag. We're gonna do another market bag. This is just to give you an example what the market bag, this was last year's market bag. So this year,
Available if you want them.
we still have kits of this, so those are out there if you're still interested in fabrics from last year. This one, this year, we're gonna have,
Lighthouse on the bottom.
Okay.
Copies on the top.
so this will be Petoskey stone fabric, this will be a tan mesh, and then the lake, no, summer, sorry, called summer, but it's the lighthouses and stuff will be this. And then this, I believe, is a light blue, like a nice blue that coordinates with the water on the summer fabric.
Pass it around,
Yeah,
please.
be careful, there's pins in the top because we had to pin a new, we had to switch up the kits, so that's what that is. Okay,
Are the handles fabric or webbing?
webbing. Yep, the handles are webbing. And then we're gonna do a couple pillowcases. One of them will have, the body of the pillowcase will be the fall log cabin fabric. And then another pillowcase will have the summer lighthouses as the main fabric. We're just trying to do a variety of things. Make it easy for people to just grab a kit and go.
And we're making pillowcases so you can do it.
Thank you.
And the pillowcases will have enough fabric, you could make up to a king. So you can make a king or smaller and have a little left over. All right, so again, those kits are ready to pre-purchase. You just can't take anything home with you. I mean, they're not like physically made yet. Next week they will be. Okay, any questions about the All Michigan Shop Hop in general? Or about the products? Okay. Last year things sold out, you know, it's our first year, so most of us didn't know how much to order. So we're hoping that we planned better and ordered extra, so everyone will get a chance at purchasing the stuff. All the stores have the opportunity to buy the fabric and make whatever they want with it. Some people are doing the samples that are in the magazine. So there will be kits out there for that. We chose to do our own things just to be a little unique and different. We can definitely help you get the fabrics together if you want to do one of these projects in the book. All right. New products. Wanted to show you what's happening here at Country Stitches. So we've got some fun things here.
I like the
Oh,
bag.
my goodness.
I love that bag.
Yeah, that's.
So we'll start out with the Cuddle Critters. These are little elephants. And no, these are not ready-made. These, oh, they're there. These come in kits like this. So there is a rose colored, which I call pink. And then there is this is called quartz, which is the tan one. And then fog is the gray one. Now, the wonderful, wonderful part about this is they've already pre-cut your pieces. So this is ready to take out of the bag and start sewing together. And this is as far as stuffed animals go, this is an easier one than others because the pieces are big. There's not a lot of tiny nooks and crannies you gotta stuff. But again, these are wonderful because they've already cut. You know how Cuddle just flies everywhere when you cut it. And it's not that easy to cut sometimes. So they've got these pre-cut, ready to go. And those are $29.99. So all you would need is the stuffing. This thread, of course, and whatever tools you need. But I think they're so yummy. Let's pass that one around.
I like him. Oh,
Just wanna, I just wanna hug them.
I got to take them yesterday and it was just like, I'm taking this.
oh my gosh.
And this is the first of their line of stuffed animals. They're gonna see, this is from Shannon. They're gonna see how they go, and I predict they'll be doing more. They had some other really cute ones at the quilt market, but again, they said they're testing the waters, and then they had a cute bunny. They had a cow. That's the one I thought would be really nice.
How about a dinosaur?
Dinosaur, they haven't done that. Okay,
I need a dinosaur.
and this is new stuff, so it's not discounted, but fun. So if you've been in the quilting world for a long time, you probably remember
Love them.
the Fruit Ladies. I've had this fabric before, over the last 20, 30 years. I've seen it several times. Now they've done a panel. So this is actually a panel.
Yes, it is.
And so here's your original panel. Comes like that.
Yeah, I got two of them.
And then we've taken it and we've made kits for this bag here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So you've got everything you need in here except for your batting or stabilizer.
God, this.
And this is
I love these girls.
$49.99. Like I said, it's got everything in there you need. You just need a little bit of stabilizer, I believe. And some batting from it.
No.
Real simple pattern. Just has a few pieces and it's nice and big. That's actually 19 inches by 19 and a half by 19 and a half with a 5-inch gusset.
Large.
The pattern is not sold separately. They designed the pattern for this fabric. Is that correct? We do have it separate somewhere.
That's not fun.
Okay, I was wrong then. Yes, we have the pattern on its own.
Are you sure?
It does not have a picture of this on the cover. Let me show one. So this is the pattern that it came from. I was wrong on who designed it. We do have more up front if these two get sold. Just let us know and we'll grab some.
Great.
Christy.
Yes. Then the other thing we did with this fabric, because it's just so darn cute, is we put it on a towel. So we do have fat quarters, because we have another bolt of fabric or did, that's all just the border print, just the Fruit Ladies. So you could get several towels out of a fat quarter.
Oh, they got apple bottom, but.
Yep.
Really cute on the beach.
Oh, they put banana back.
I still wasn't found.
That was a big, I just.
Here, Christy. These towels are right.
So Abigail can pass out things if you wanna.
Pass it down.
Here, I'll make this for you. You make this. I'll pay you.
Okay,
Fine.
That's fun.
Oh, is that what they do?
Sorry.
Is there a pattern?
so there's a question about the elephant kits. There is a pattern in the elephant kit as well, so it'll tell you how to put that together. So in those, the stuffed animals we just showed, everything's pre-cut, but it also has your directions in there as well. Good question. Okay, let's see.
I really see this.
All right, then we got these in a little bit ago, but I didn't get a chance to show them to you. These are what we have listed as the sewing kits. These have an array of scissors and tweezers and seam ripper. So we've got the nice large handled,
Oh, it's scalpel blade too.
and then we've got the skinnier scissor,
Yeah.
and then a nice tweezer that's very pointed on the end. And then, this used to be called a serger. Serger seam ripper, basically a scalpel.
Yep.
And so very sharp. Don't have the blade on it yet. So you're safe. You're safe till I get a blade on it, then look out. And then you've got two or three blades that three blades come with it. So real fun colors, fun case. Then it also comes in this
Nice.
color case. This one's a little different, where it's got a smaller version of, this is the embroidery one.
Oh, that's.
So it's got your a duckbill scissor, nice tweezers again, 2 sets, tweezers. Then you've got your applique where it comes up. You've got your little snips. And then here you have, I don't remember what this is called, but
That's okay.
where the point,
You want this one? Oh, fine. You want this one?
nice grip. So this one actually comes to a point. It narrows down into the point, so that's really nice for your getting into your embroidery stuff as well.
This is really.
So again, we've got the embroidery set, which can be used for anything. They've just called it embroidery. And then we have the sewing set. But again, just fun colors, great quality. They're made by Famore. So Famore is a very high quality scissor. If there's any of those you still want to see, it didn't make it all the way down, we've got more out front as well. Okay, so that's just a snippet of what's new. Now we're going to move on to project of the month. So if you're not familiar, each month we do a different project. We make kits for it, we discount it. I try to make it some technique I haven't shown in a long time or ever. So this month for the project of the month, we have the Prairie Point Table Runner. This was our original Prairie Point Table Runner.
That's pretty.
And then, so that's pictured on the front of the patterns. Then we've done a spring.
Oh, that's great.
So this is the current version of the Prairie Point Table Runner. So we have kits for this version, and then we have like an MSU version, a Michigan. This is a Scrappy, like a Kansas Trouble, a Halloween. We have a Tula pink, and then we have a Batik. I'm missing the other Batik. There's a dark Batik one as well. So this table runner is made with, I believe it's a half yard fabric and then charm squares. So we have the pattern separate, or we have the kits.
Which has the pattern in it.
Has the pattern in it, and then it's got the fabric for the front and the back and the charms. So these are normally $24.99, on sale for $19.99. We're gonna pass probably that basket and then this basket.
You want the Halloween one? No.
We also are doing charms, 20% off on our charms if you want to make your own out of something from different fabric, but let me show you how easy these
Yeah,
are to
right.
make.
Here's one. Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, I told you.
I know, I don't. know how. She won't make my bag. I'm not making you.
Tammy. I know, they're getting you in trouble.
Yes. It's
Okay.
her.
So I did just a little mock-up to help you see how this works. Basically, you're fusing your woven fusible to the back side of your backing. So this is actually going to be my backing. I'm doing a 2-sided one.
Oh,
And let me show you the prairie points first. Here we go.
yeah, I want to see how you do those.
So prairie points can be done just by themselves or with this fun tool. But basically, you're taking your charm, you're gonna fold it in half evenly. I use Best Press on mine to make it
Stiffy.
stay,
Oh,
so it stays just like I want it. Then with the Prairie Point tool, the Prairie Pointer, you're gonna line up, there's different measurements here, so you can do different size prairie points. So whatever size square you start with, that's the size, that's the line you're gonna put on the bottom. So we have 5-inch squares. So this line here is my 5-inch line. I'm lining that up so that the edge of my 5-inch line is at the bottom of my 5-inch square. Then I'm folding this over and that over. and then I press right on top of that. It's metal, so I can press on it. And again, I use my best press. Just squirt that a little bit. And then that gives you your perfect prairie point.
I'll be darned.
And the reason that I put a little ribbon here so you can pull that out while it's hot. You know,
Smart.
that's hot because you ironed it. And that just makes it a little safer. It doesn't come with a ribbon. I could throw the ribbon in if you need some, not a problem.
And that's how you do.
And that's it. That's how you make your prairie
Those
point.
middle things or what size you want, your prairie point to be?
So,
The line.
yeah, the
Yeah.
line you use is gonna be whatever size your square started out as. So I have
Got it.
5-inch square, so I line up my 5-inch line and then fold it over and it gets perfect prairie
Yeah,
point.
it is.
You can also do it just on your own. You know,
Huh,
you're just
yeah.
gonna fold that over.
My point's there.
It's a little harder to hold things and not get burned and stuff and,
Yeah.
but that tool makes it really nice. So once you have your prairie points made, which basically means once you've ironed them into shape, then the pattern tells you exactly how many prairie points to put on each side. What I wanted to point out, a couple things. How do you get them even on the side? The best way to do it, I found, was to put 2 in the corner, because that tells you where you're going to start. You don't want to overlap these. They're just going to lay side by side. They can touch a little. Don't overlap them, because when you turn it inside out, you don't want them to be stuck to each other. So you're just going to lay them side by side. And I would do the same thing in the other corner. Then however many it tells me to put in there, then I'm just going to lay those out evenly.
So it tells you how many across.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly on the project. I just, like I said, did a small version so I could, number one, get it done in time, but also to make it easier to show you. So you lay those out. I used Wonder Clips to hold them in place. Then it tells you to baste them on with an 1/8" seam, just to hold them in place. And you would do that on all, get all 4 sides ready, baste it down all the way around. Then you're going to lay your front on there. So one thing that the pattern doesn't say, you want your prairie points, it tells you points in, but it doesn't tell you that you want your prairie point face up. So you want your fold so you can see it.
Oh,
Because when I open it up, you'll see that this will come up, and I want that to be on my front side.
okay.
But I'll show you that in a second. So then, once you've got those basted down 1/8 of an inch from the edge, then you're gonna lay your front on here. And then you're gonna do a 1/4 inch seam all the way around and leave a 4-inch hole. I usually do it on a big side. It's just less obvious when you're, tucking that in. So you're gonna 1/4 inch seam all the way around. I would trim off your corners just to make, at the angle. So then I did this one again as a small version. And so I've stitched 2 sides here. You could kind of see where I've cut off the excess fabric in this corner. So then when I turn it right side out, remember, this is my back, this is my front. So you're just gonna, you'd be stuffing it through the hole, essentially. I'm using this as my example. And so that's how you get
I'll be done.
your prairie point. This could be a trivet. I would need to put some other batting in there, but
Nice toilet paper.
it could be a coaster, you can make them any size you want. But again, the reason these lay down is because I did not overlap my triangles. They just laid side by side. And then I would use a point turner just to poke that out. And that's why I cut that little excess fabric out so I can get a better point. Otherwise I end up with a big old knot of fabric there. Because the only batting / stabilizer we use is the woven fusible. Because it's a table runner and you don't want too much bumpy stuff when you're laying your cups or plates or things on it. Pretty easy, huh? Yeah.
What?
The tool.
That's a really nice.
The tool.
Yeah. It's easy how that works.
Yeah, yep. I can pass this around even.
We're down too fast.
We'll start here and pass it your way.
I see
What?
what down to this. You have.
Okay,
Oh, here's this piece. You want this piece?
yeah, that's fine.
Oh, I see it.
Okay, so the prairie pointer, whoever gets this one does get the ribbon. But this is the only one, we had one, now this is, someone bought that one, so here's the other one. If you want this, let us know. We have more ordered, they just didn't get here in time. So
I'll take it.
they will be coming.
I get the ribbon.
Yes, you do. Okay, so again,
Pass that down.
you can use any kind of fabric. You just need a charm pack and some fabric for your front and your back. We do have the pattern separately if you're interested in that. I think she may have passed those around. And then we also have a variety of charm packs that we brought in. Some are already discounted. So if they have a red sticker on them, that's the sale price. If they don't, then they're 20% off whatever the regular price. And there's more out front too. Just let them know you're in the Ann's happy hour when you give it to them, so they take the discount off.
Let's put these in the back.
Yeah, these will just be in the back. Bury myself. Any questions on the Prairie Point table runner? My mom did that pattern long, long ago.
And my grandma did it with a quilt and it took her forever.
Yep, you can put prairie points on just about anything that you're sewing. Especially now you know how to make them.
This was.
Okay,
One of my toes.
ready. Let's do a drawing. Okay. In store, Christy Spencer. Let's see. Do you have a pet? I don't think you have a baby. You get a travel checklist.
Cool. And she still won't make me.
And Susan Brooks. Oh, I see Sue. Sue, you get
Travel check.
this fun tote bag from Moda.
Oh, that's cute.
So this is for Sue Brooks. Thank you. Alrighty.
Thank you, baby.
Okay. Now we have Pillow of the Month. You may have seen this because we had this out last week.
Oh, that's cute.
This is the Pot of Posies. This is the Pillow of the Month.
That's last month?
That's this month.
That's this
I
month.
mean, it was last week for us, but it's this
Oh.
month's pillow. And this, the pattern is in the kit. We don't have it separate, sold separate. So this is what the kit is. They're all the same. There might be one that had a different backing, but
No,
We-
I think so.
I think that we had enough of all the, oh, maybe we sent that one to Jackson. But this is a cute little pillow. You've got in the kit, there's the pots and the flowers and the beads. So everything you need, except for the pillow form. And actually what we did for this, we put a pillow form in it and it just made it so fat and didn't look good. So we just actually took some polyester batting, stuffing would work, but I just took some polyester batting
Oh,
and just cut it. It was a scrap I had left over. I just folded it to be the size of the pillow, fiddled with it a little bit and got it to work. This month, we included the Pellon, cotton batting, I mean. This is what this pattern recommends either this or flannel for your stabilizers, essentially what that is used for. So you're putting your batting on, then you're stitching your pillow on and you're stitching your little doily. They're calling this a little doily. So it's just another way to use products for a stabilizer that's not actually a stabilizer. But it just helps when you sew your buttons on and your other thing, your beads, gives you some stability when you're sewing those on. You're not just sewing them to one layer of fabric.
Very good.
I bought these buttons from Karen Montgomery, who wrote the pattern. So I only had enough of the buttons for the kits. And I couldn't get the buttons anymore. So what we have is what we have in the kits. Let me put the battery back in just so they can see. And on these pillows, she does what's called like a flat back for the backing. So essentially you have two pieces of fabric.
Oh, that are full.
So it's really easy to turn inside out. So whatever back, however big your pillow is. I think I did this for the Tooth Fairy pillow too, but basically you have two pieces of fabric, you're folding it. This one, she has you do the whole piece. So you have this that's folded wrong sides together. So that when you flip it around, it's gonna be the right, you'll see the whole fabric. And then same for this piece, same thing, you fold it in half, overlap them, and then stitch all the way around. Snip your corners just to take off some of that excess fabric and batting, and then you turn it right side out.
Nice.
It's nice to do pillows like that because then you can take the pillow out and wash it. You can take the cover and wash it. You can replace the batting or pillow form if it gets too old,
Oh, I can. bet.
loses its oomph.
Nice.
So,
Oh, I
for sewing the beads on, we're just recommending an applique needle size 10. You don't necessarily need a beading needle because you're not going through a whole lot of layers. Main thing when you're doing beads, make sure your needle will go through the whole of the bead. That's what you got to focus on really. And
I got it.
pens are really small and these are little bitty beads. You don't have to put the little beads on.
That's when you.
They're in the kit, so if you want to add those through there.
Those are small.
Any questions on the pillow for this month?
So was it like just all-purpose thread that you use for the beading?
Yeah, when you're sewing your beads on, you can just use your all-purpose polyester or cotton thread, whatever you prefer. Keep in mind, just use a single strand
Yeah.
so that you're not really seeing the thread, because you don't want to have to change your thread to match every single bead. I would just use, if it's light beads like these, just use a light colored thread that'll blend in.
These are actually,
So.
because they're after kids, well, she could be.
Yeah, first you're gonna.
Okay, if I had time, I would fiddle with this and make it look pretty again, but just pretend it fits perfectly.
Don't.
I did before I
It's really.
yanked it out and
That's a neat
ripped
idea.
it. And you could put any kind of batting in there. I just had the polyester and it kind of gives it some fluff, so.
I can see what the dog does with this.
Okay. Any questions on the pillow?
No.
We have a few more coming along that size from Karen as well. So we've got some really cute ones coming up. Alrighty. Next we have Thangles. So who needs this month's Thangle kit? So this is your $1 kit for Thangles.
That was
Oh.
earlier this
If
month.
you need one or two, if you need one or just hold one finger, if you need two, let us know.
We picked those up earlier in the month.
Yes, these would actually have been the first week of the month, so you may have already gotten these if you came in that week. Okay. Any questions on Thangles? Everybody doing okay on their blocks and
Let me see it.
the Thangles sample is in Jackson probably. The Thangles quilt is in Jackson because it's their week for the So if you're asking to see the Thingles sample, it'll be back the beginning of the month, or it'll be back in another week. It's in Jackson right now. Or go to Jackson, yeah. Okay, the pattern for the pillow is only in the kit. We had that question again. I just wanted to make sure you knew for this pillow project, it's only in the kit. Mostly because we don't have more buttons.
It's cute.
So,
Hmm?
okay,
I thought it was 20.
next, okay, sampler. Dun, 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 dun. If you haven't heard, we got the kits done finally. Yay! If you special ordered them, I believe we got them all to you. So-
Jody walked in without me seeing.
Okay. So we have the Scrappy kit. So that is to finish the quilt like that. So in the kit, you've got everything except for the blocks. You've got the brown background and the borders and the binding. So everything for the front besides the blocks. Then we have, so is anybody still interested in getting this kit? We do have extra fabric for that border, so we do have this fabric available for purchase now. So this will be at the front counter. I did not put it on the Zoom form, sorry about that. If you do want some of the Scrappy Star fabric, just put a note at the bottom of your form. Tell us how much you want. It is $13.99 a yard. So that's available now. And we'll take these up front after class. I have a pattern, but let me do this all for this. We have them all, don't we? So two already.
Maybe.
Oh, tomatoes.
I was supposed to have them all.
That is so
Okay.
cute.
So then we do have a few of the batik finishing kits left. So the batik, these are $109.99. The Scrappy the same.
Yeah.
So the Scrappy is $109.99 also. The batik is for that quilt over there. Abigail's pointing out there. And that will do again, everything except the blocks for the front and the binding. And then there are two versions. It says rose on the back if it has the rose border. That's what this border is here. The other side around the corner is where the medallion. And then the other kit, so we only have two of the rose kits left. And then we're out of that fabric. And we just have three of the medallions. So this one, Abigail's pinning up the medallion fabric now so you can see the difference. Well, I'm pulling it up. I mean, I'm going in. They're very close, yes. Yeah, very close, same line of fabric. The difference is how the flowers are. So if you want those, like I said, we only have two of the rose left and then three of the medallion. And then, we just don't have any more of the border fabric. So if you want either of those, raise your hand and we'll get those to you. The two blocks, okay. Then we do have the pattern. Okay, we don't have the other pattern with it, the picture with it.
Yeah, not with those 30 kids.
Anyway, it's, okay, I just wanna make sure I didn't miss some laying there. So finishing pattern, the pattern is the same for either color. You're gonna finish it the same way. So this is the finishing pattern. So you've got your directions on everything you need to know. If you buy the kit, it's already in there. If you didn't get the kit. Okay, these need to be reprinted. Okay, we need to reprint those and we'll get those to you. It's falling off the edge, so
Oh.
you can look at it. I think what's missing is just a heading on that backside. So. So if you got a special order for this and we already gave it to you, let us know. I can't tell exactly what's missing, but clearly something right there. I believe it's just the heading, but I want to give you a good quality product, not falling off the page. So sorry about that. Okay. So probably need to check inside the kits as well. It says sewing instructions. So that's what you're missing. If you have the pattern, it says sewing instructions. So it's not really vital information, but still not up to my quality standards. So the kits are fine. The patterns, we'll get those pre-copied and get those out to you. Probably can do it before you leave. Okay. Let's see. Now we will move to the book. Anybody have questions on the finishing things at the moment? Okay. So we'll start with the Scrappy. Raise your hand and number of fingers for Scrappy.
Did you have the 4-inch stangles back here too?
One we had last
I
month.
don't think so. We're gonna.
Okay.
Oh.
Abigail, did we bring any of the Thangles back this time?
No.
They'll be up front. They're not back here now for the Thangles. Okay. Front row, Batik scrap, Batik sampler. Anybody need the Batik sampler? You already get yours? Or do you need this? Okay.
Yeah.
Abigail did.
See it.
Now she's got the Batik sampler. Let's do a drawing while Abigail's passing that out. Okay, let's see. Gwen Schaefer.
Right.
Hey, my friend was winning today. Hey, do you have a pet?
Yeah, it's 3.
Okay, here, you get a pet sitter pad.
That's
That should be
cute.
used. Here, she's at my house.
Was this a typo?
I don't know what
Puss
is,
in the corner?
Thank you.
I can't hear you. What?
Puss in the corner, or should it be?
No, that's,
push?
no, puss in the corner, like cat in the corner, puss.
Oh,
It's a name.
okay,
It's a pattern that's been around forever.
okay.
I didn't start that, wasn't me.
I was just thinking.
Don't get me in trouble, man. Okay, winner for virtual. Do we have Cindy Johns? Cindy? Cindy there today? Okay. How about Janet? Janet? Virtual today. Nope. All right, how about Nina? How about, well, Barbara Kavanaugh's here. Was it, right? Barb? What's your last name? Oh, never mind, sorry.
Oh, you almost won something.
Is there a Barbara virtual? Okay. Clearly have too many names in there. Kathy Plotz.
Thank you.
Oh, we got a Kathy. Woohoo! All right, Kathy gets a fabric stick. There we go. Okay. I know this table's,
Oh, is that what it is? It's this.
this table's squeaking. Okay, so
This one's.
this is the block for this month.
That's pretty.
It's beautiful.
So we're repeating a lot of the same techniques throughout the months as we go along. But basically, you know, you're cutting your squares, the size squares and rectangles based on the pattern. Then to do your half square triangles, the technique this month is where you either draw a line down the center and then do a 1/4 inch seam on either side. Or if you've gotten one of the tools over the times that I've showed them, like the seam tape or you lay that on your, line it up with your needle and it's got 2 lines to the side. Then you run your center points just to the left line, and then you're stitching down. That gives you your 1/4 inch seam. Turn your block around, do the same thing to do the other side. Or like I said, you can draw the line. We also have the, I don't know the name of it anymore. Do you remember what, the one that lays on your mat, on your machine? Seam guide. I mean, they're all called seam guide, but there's one by Lori Holt that I showed a couple of months ago. Any of those will work, and then you don't have to draw the lines. Sometimes when it's just 4, it's not that hard to just draw a diagonal line and do it that way. Unless you have, like on my machine, I have my diagonal tape on there all the time. So I can just use that. So basically you're sewing 1/4 inch either side of that center diagonal. Then you're going to cut down the diagonal, and that gives you 2 half square triangles. And since you're not matching any points here, you can press whatever direction you want. The old standard is pressed towards the dark, just in case fabric might show through. It doesn't like it used to, but that's kind of a standard. If you don't have to press it a certain way, just press it towards the dark. So I would take it to my iron like this, and I would not press it that way. Press my seam towards the dark. If I can get it open. So the seam would go that way. And again, it's not right or wrong because you're not matching that up with anything. When you go to sew it to another block, you may have to see what seams match up, and then you'll have another thing to look at for pressing. But with this particular quilt, the nice thing is you have plain blocks with it, just pieces of fabric, accent blocks. So you're just matching points. So you're not really going to have to worry about any of these seams on the edge of your blocks when you go to finish your quilt, if you finish it the way we designed it. So once you've got 4 half square triangles, you're going to have your main square in the middle. We've cut 4 of these already. So I haven't talked a whole lot about this, but the best way to sew a block together is in rows. And you want to sew things that are the same size. So these are the same height. So I can sew that on here, that on there. And then this, I'm going to sew those 3 together, those 3 together. And when I go to press, I want to keep in mind, I do have seams that are going to match up. So I would look at this. Anytime you have a seam coming into a seam, that's going to help you decide which way to press it, because it's going to want to go to the least resistance. So I would press this in away from that seam, and it's just going to lay flatter. See here, there's no seam, so I can press that either way. That doesn't matter. This one is what I would base it off of. So I'm going to press these seams in, then I would press these seams out, and then these are going to go in. That way, when you go to put your rows together, your seams are already opposite each other. So this one's going this way, the one underneath is going that way. I can butt them right up together. And again, like I've said before, when you're doing seams, if you're going to pin close to the edge below the seam, and then come up above the seam at an angle. So I'm coming in like this, below the seam with my pin, and then above my seam. That way, my pin is away from the edge, above my seam. I can stitch all the way through my seam without having to take my pin out. As soon as I get through that seam, then I pull this out, because you never want to sew over your pin. Well, no matter what anybody's told you, a needle cannot sew through a pin.
It'll go around it.
It'll go around it, but not always, so don't take that chance. Yeah. And if you break a needle, sometimes that messes up your timing on your machine, so it's best to avoid that at all costs. So So again, I would pin close to my edge here and then come up through the seam far away. And anytime you can do that, it's helpful. It just keeps things from sliding. Once you get through the seam, pull that pin out. Any questions on this block?
That green fabric's pretty. Uh-huh.
Are
Okay,
the other
No.
kids back
Not-
here or
no.
up front?
the blocks or
Yeah, the blocks.
we have more here if you need more of this one.
No, I was just thinking for, 1, 2, and 3.
Oh, those are up front.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep, the other months, the blocks for Thingles and sampler are at the front counter. Okay, so that's all for the sampler. Let me see what we have for upcoming events to point out. It'll straighten up once I know. I'm trying to focus on too many things. Okay. All righty. Hey, just took a picture. Okay. So upcoming events, we have a handy quilter event in Jackson and I think it doesn't tell me where they are here. Where does it? Okay, I think they're all here in East Lansing. And so check in with the machine department. I know it's getting pretty full, but if you're interested in learning more about long arm quilting and different quilting techniques and machines and stuff like that, talk with them and they can get you signed up for that class or classes. Then we have Nicole's Pick a Project coming up. It is May 2nd. Yep, May 2nd. She has it in this classroom. They have a great time. We've got some regulars that come. We've got newbies that come. Doesn't matter what your skills are on your machine embroidery. Just bring a
Wait,
project to
that's-
work on and she will help you. They bring snacks and they share and
We learn all kinds of
have a
stuff.
good party. But it does fill up fast, so if you're interested, get signed up for that class. And then make sure you turn in your handout for next month. If you're not gonna be here next month, please let us know about June, so we make sure we have enough chairs for everybody, so it is important that you sign up every month. We plan out the room based on who signed up, so that really helps us out. Any other questions? I'm gonna do one more drawing. Try not to get the front row this time.
I never win.
How about Leanin' How? Leanin' How?
Not here, I'll take it.
Alrighty. How about
Kings of Kings.
Carol just left? How about Carol Bailey? Is Carol Bailey here? Oh, is Carol virtual today?
Not anymore.
Okay. I'll keep going.
Carol just came back though.
Oh, Carol Dunn, you're a winner.
You won.
Carol,
Yeah, you won.
let's see.
Yeah.
Well, you get a fun little tote bag. Yeah, there you go.
You.
Good thing you didn't run away too fast. Alrighty. Okay, well, thank you everyone for coming. We'll see you next month.
Yes, thank you.
Let us know if you have questions or I always like to hear if you have suggestions for classes or techniques you want to learn. Just
Come back to you.
write me a note, shoot me an email. Let's see what we can do. Any questions virtually? Anyone?
Yeah.
Thanks for joining me today.
It wasn't hard.
And turn in your form and we'll get your products ready for you. Have a happy Easter, everyone. You too, Roberta. Bye now.
Turned out nice.